Welcome to the lecture, The Science of First Impressions. Before we dive in, take a second to think about the last time you met someone for the very first time. Maybe it was a new coworker, someone at a party, or even someone you met online, then saw in person. Do you remember how quickly you decided if you liked them or not, or whether you felt comfortable around them? That feeling, that instant gut reaction, is what we're talking about today. First impressions aren't just small moments, they set the tone for an entire interaction, and in many cases, for a relationship going forward. In this lecture, we're going to explore why first impressions matter so much, how our brains form them so quickly, and what you can do to guide those impressions in a positive way. I'm going to give you concrete steps, things you can start practicing immediately that will make your first moments with someone feel more natural, confident, and magnetic. Remember, attraction isn't just about what you say, it's about what people feel when they're around you, and that starts with those crucial first few seconds. The 7-second window. Let's talk about how quickly all of this happens. Research in social psychology shows that most people form their initial opinion of you in 7 seconds or less. 7 seconds. That's not enough time to tell a story, explain who you are, or convince someone of your personality with words alone. Instead, they're relying almost entirely on what they see and feel in that very short window. Your appearance, your posture, and your facial expression. All of these things signal your brain is sending, whether you're intended or not. Think about walking into a room. Before you've even opened your mouth, someone is deciding, do I trust this person? Do I want to move closer or step back? Am I interested in what they might say? Those judgments start immediately. And here's the kicker. First impressions are sticky. Once they're formed, they're hard to change. That's why it's so important to be intentional in how you show up in those first moments. You don't have to be perfect, but you want those 7 seconds to tell the best story about you. The psychology of snap judgments. So, what exactly is going on in your brain during those 7 seconds? We rely on mental shortcuts, also known as heuristics, to make decisions quickly. These shortcuts help us navigate the world, but they also mean we're judging people based on limited information. One of the most fascinating shortcuts is the halo effect. If someone notices one positive trait, let's say you have a confident smile, they automatically assume other good things about you, like you're friendly, intelligent, or trustworthy. It's like one bright light casts a glow over everything else they see. On the flip side, there's the negative bias. This means people tend to notice and remember negative cues more strongly than positive ones. Maybe you're nervous and you avoid eye contact. That small behavior could weigh heavily in someone's first impression. And then there's primacy effect, which means that first information we receive about someone sticks in our minds more than what comes later. That's why you want those first signals to be positive, because they set the foundation for everything else. Key elements of a strong impression. Now let's talk about what makes a strong positive impression. The first is confident posture. Stand tall with your shoulders relaxed, not stiff. A confident posture tells people you're comfortable in your own skin, and that makes them more comfortable around you. Next is a genuine smile. People can tell the difference between a forced smile and a real one. A real smile engages muscles around your eyes as well as your mouth, and it immediately creates warmth. Eye contact is another big one. You don't want to stare someone down, but maintaining steady, friendly eye contact shows that you're present and paying attention. It makes people feel seen. And there's your tone of voice. Speak clearly and with intention. A calm, warm tone reassures people and draws them in. And don't forget appearance. This isn't about being conventionally attractive. It's about showing care. Dress in a way that fits the setting and makes you feel confident. Even small details, like clean shoes or neat grooming, send signals that you respect yourself and the interaction. Common mistakes to avoid. Of course, we all make mistakes in those first moments without even realizing it. One of the most common is closed body language. Crossing your arms or hunching over can make you seem defensive or uncomfortable, even if you're not feeling that way. Another is overly intense expressions. A stare can feel aggressive, and a frown, even if you're not thinking, can make people back away. Speaking too quickly can overwhelm someone, while speaking too softly can make you seem uncertain or withdrawn. Another mistake is ignoring cultural cues. What feels like confident eye contact in one culture might feel rude in another. Being aware of context goes a long way. And above all, don't try to fake it. People have a strong sense of authenticity. If you're putting on an act, it creates a disconnect. Instead, focus on showing up as your best, most confident self. Quick action tips. Let's wrap up with some quick tips you can start using immediately. Before meeting someone new, mentally prepare. Take a breath and think about how you want to come across. This will help you step into the interaction with confidence. Practice your greeting, whether it's a handshake, a nod, or simply saying hello. Make it smooth and natural. Rehearse an opening line. It doesn't have to be fancy. Even something simple like, "Hi, I'm glad to meet you," works wonders when it's sincere. Be present. Put your phone away, focus on the person in front of you, and really listen. People notice when they have your full attention. Finally, observe and adapt. Pay attention to their body language too. Are they leaning in? Are they smiling back? Use those cues to adjust your energy and make the interaction feel natural. That brings us to the end of the lecture on the science of first impressions. You've learned how to quick impressions are formed, why they're so powerful, and how to start using that knowledge to your advantage. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next lecture.